Don't forget, be sure to subscribe to my channel and tap the bell for notifications. Okay, I believe we are broadcasting. I'm going to just triple check.
Are we live?
I believe so.
We said, okay. Yeah, we said we live streaming on Facebook. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy to have you in here tonight. And Sunny's here. We're here to just quickly go over a couple of things just to kind of give you some inspiration to kind of keep going forward. And like I said, we're going to be dropping a lot of information here shortly. So just bear with us. We're trying to make sure we get the right information and chop it down for you. So we're going to have a lot of work for you to do for this weekend. And we just want to tap in real quick. So Sunny, I'll let you go ahead and say hello.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm dropping a link down below this post right now so you guys can come into the live and ask questions.
Okay. So I want to pre-frame this call, guys. I want to just talk to you real quick and get your mindset together. And I think realistically, to understand, to be able to go fast, to go forward, to be able to learn social media marketing, you kind of got to have the mindset of it. And just want to give you a couple quick tips that you can probably be doing right now, and just understanding the mindset of marketing and social media marketing, because really that's what this is about. All in all, you have to learn some new skills to be able to put yourself in a position to position yourself as a thought leader to your customers, to your clients, and whatever type of business you're trying to do, right? So rather that's just selling the products that you already have, or creating new products, or whatever that is. So everything starts with mindset. And I got a couple notes here that I want to make sure I share with you guys so I can make sure that I can deliver. And this video will be live now, but we'll leave it up for a replay so you can always go back and take a look at that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So what I have here from my notes is that, so this is something new that you may already be familiar with, marketing and social media, but what I know for sure, between Sunny and I, as we mastermind multiple times throughout the week, we understand that some of the things that we already know, we knew, but we didn't know that we knew it. Sounds weird, right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Let me break that down. What that means is you may be already doing some marketing. You don't even know that you're doing marketing because you don't think there's actually marketing, because you're just being yourself, and you're serving to your clients, you're serving to your customers, but really you're actually marketing yourself to them. And then when it's, you're doing it face to face a lot of the times. But see, right now, we can't really do face to face. We're in, social distancing. So I want to make sure that we bring to the forefront the mindset of marketing so you can do that in the social world. Does this make sense? But anyhow, the mindset. So everything that you learn, every new skill, it takes a mindset shift. Then you got to have a strategy, okay? And then you have to execute. So those are the three components that you have to do each time. It's mindset, strategy, execution, okay? And if you don't do those three things, if you don't collaborate those three things together, you will have a hard time actually making things work. Every time you get a new skill, it really won't be a new skill because you didn't execute on each one of those, okay?
Yep.
And every time you get something new, you have to start it all over. You have to get a new mindset for that thing. Then you have to get the strategy. Then you have to execute that strategy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So today, I know Sunny wants to run through a couple things that it's going to be a little different transition of understanding the Facebook and the Instagram together, and how they run and how they work together.
Right.
But before we do that, I want to make sure that you understand being in the mindset of it, meaning like understanding that to pre-frame where you're at and to know where you want to go makes all of the difference. So if you know and understand that I want to be able to dominate on my platform, okay? And knowing that social media, well, one of the biggest social medias right now is Facebook. Knowing that they are collaborating together, they are connected, they are one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
It's like, if you want to be able to, crush it on one, you also got to know how to crush it on the other. But you don't know that they are connected. So what Sunny's going to break down to you is how they are connected, and getting your mindset in the aspect of understanding what the tools that may work on Instagram may also work on Facebook as well. And for that matter, even the same tactics on any other platform for that matter. But
Yes.
Sunny, I'll let you go ahead and share
Yeah,
something.
I've almost got it pulled up. But the one thing we could talk about really quickly while I'm pulling up my slides is, hopefully everybody's had a chance to look at that sheet that I uploaded on earlier this week about the 5 levels of customer awareness. And I wanted to talk about it again. I'm going to touch base on it. And again, we're going to be talking about it all month. But the part that I wanted to call your attention to is, you know, when you're running an ad, which we're going to be doing here starting next week, is, you know, you're going to be running ads to people who've never heard of you before. I want you to think about, if we were to take those 5 levels of awareness and lay it on top of at your shop where you work, the people walking by the outside of your street, right? They're at level 1. They don't know you. They haven't recognized that they have a problem, right? And it's not until they come inside your shop and they're like, I think I need a haircut, or, you know, any kind of, you know, personal hair, whatever, that they immediately go to level 2. And then once they come inside the shop, what do they normally say, Arthur, once they come in? They probably ask questions, right? Like, well, what do you got? And what about this? And what about that? Do you guys do this? Right? They start asking those questions like, do you do this kind of hair or that? You know what I mean? Like, there's those kinds.
Yeah. So
that puts them at level 3. And then what they say is like, okay, and then you might say, well, we've got 3 people available who do a weave, or whatever. I don't know. Whatever, something you would say, right? And then they say, well, how much are they? And do they have any time available, right? That puts them at level 4. And then they say, oh, Jessica's available. Yeah, I want her. Boom. That's level 5. And I just wanted to put that into a physical aspect, you know? If you could speak to that for a quick second, Arthur.
Yeah, for sure. So the cool thing about like being social is like, what I've learned it both ways. I've learned it before social media, you know, was a thing, right? I had to learn how to market myself in a way that I had to do it peer-to-peer, face-to-face, things like that. That's kind of how I built my barbershop from scratch. And, you know, just marketing myself in a way, but also being not scared to market myself, being not scared to sell my products, my services, or whatever it is that I had to offer. And, you know, because most people just don't know. But you got to make it aware for them. And, you know, believe it or not, your clients are ready to give you money.
Right.
They're ready to, you know, give you, you know, ready for you to serve them. They're just waiting to hand the money over to you. But if they don't know about you, then that makes all the difference. Right. So when I transitioned into the digital world, it was frustrating because I didn't have that face-to-face, that one-on-one type of a thing. So it was a little harder for me at first to kind of collaborate it. So I had to get a new mindset to understand the same principles that I utilize as far as, you know, face-to-face were the same principles when it's digital, from one to many. However, I just didn't know that that's what it was. I had to learn that. I had to get my mindset around it because I was afraid to be in front of the camera. I was afraid to put my products out online. I was afraid to market to them because I had an email list or whatever it was. But the thing is just getting your mindset, knowing that you're actually really serving them by offering your products.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And that's going to be the biggest mindset shift, is understanding. So remember, if you guys remember, I found my slide deck. So we're doing good now. So if you remember back to the first session, I glazed over, but I'm going to be talking about this concept a lot. Let me put it there. Oh, there I am. So one thing we talk about a lot is like the biggest gap, the biggest chasm, the biggest, you know, is, you know, that knowing that from 0 to 1, you know, of, is it possible for me to be successful, over to that one first piece of success. And I'm here to tell you guys that isn't real. That is not a real thing. You think it is because you don't have it, but this is where we're here to coach you for your mindset. And that's why Arthur brought it up tonight, is that belief. It's really like this. Okay. I was working with another client this week, and, you know, I flip on an ad and we get sales like this, and it's his belief is blown because he's been trying for years to get anything to work, and he didn't. I said, no, man, when you do this right, you line it up, you know, it's just, Arthur, like, yeah.